As we all know, the Dutch, also known as the Boers or Afrikaners, colonized a beautiful homeland of South Africa. They invented apartheid as a means to cement their control over economic and social systems. Their aim was to maintain white dominance. Race laws touched every aspect of social life, including prohibition of non-white and white marriage, white-only jobs, separated facilities for blacks and whites, and education for the Bantu was inferior. Afrikaners believed that blacks were descendants of Ham, therefore they were inferior to white people. They believed that blacks will remain this way according to the Bible and other religious beliefs. We all know today that that is not true. Thank you for your time and have a great day.
Sawubona. After 27 years in prison, Nelson Mandela was freed in 1990 and negotiated the end of apartheid in South Africa, bringing in peace to a racially divided country and bringing in fight for human rights around the entire world. A member of the African National Congress Party in the 1940s, he was a leader of both political protests and armed resistance against white minorities. Nelson Mandela was one of the few people who, around apartheid, was a very big help to separating and resolving this issue. As my fellow colleagues are going to explain, there's other people also who are part of this to, getting rid of this troubled matter in our time of history with the apartheid. Thank you very much.
Sawubona. The Federation of South African Women was launched on April 17, 1954 in Johannesburg as the first attempt to establish a border-based women's organization. Some of the many influential leaders such as Helen Joseph, Lydia Noyogi, and Amina Chinchilla formed the steering committee for the organization. 146 delegates representing 230,000 women from all parts of South Africa attended the founding conference and pledged their support for the Geneva campaigns of the Congress allegiance. Among the African leaders of the Federation, a large number were trained unionists, teachers, and nurses, members of the small African professional class. Since fewer than 1% of African working women were engaged in production work in the 1950s, this represented but a fraction of all adult African women. Stated in its constitution preamble, we, the women of South Africa, wives and mothers, working women and housewives, Africans, Indians, Europeans, colored, hereby declare our aim for striving for the removal of all laws, regulations, conventions, and customs that discriminate against us as women and deprive us in any way of our inherent rights to the advantages, responsibilities, and opportunities that society offers to any one section of population. The objective of the Federation were to bring the women of South Africa together to secure full equality of opportunities for all women, regardless of race, color, or creed, to remove social, legal, and economic disabilities, to work for the protection of women and children. The Federation organized scores of demonstrations outside the government offices in towns and cities around the country. The first national protest took place on October 27, 1955, when 2,000 women of all races marched on the UN buildings of Pretoria. Another one on August 9, 1956, 20,000 women of all parts of South Africa staged a second march on the Union buildings. This gathering of women was one of the largest crowds ever to gather. The success of the demonstration challenged the stereotypes about women and their lack of political drive. Further, it enhanced the prestige of the Federation of South African Women within the Congress Alliance. And as a result, August 9th was declared Women's Day to commemorate the achievement, this day is still celebrated as a public holiday.
Good morning, class. My name is Tavon Edwards, and today I'll be speaking about the collapse of apartheid. The first major key point is the government attempted to kill ANC leaders and other anti-apartheid activists living within and outside of South Africa. The second key point is Botha's government engaged in a campaign of covert warfare and assassination. And the last key point is police shot at students and also threw tear gas at them.